guys, this is Weekly Wax Melts number 19. I've been burning, actually melting. I don't burn, I'm sorry, or very rarely burn. I've been melting more seasonal type scents lately, mainly because it is the season, but also because I know that for some of you who watch these reviews, you're looking for more seasonal type scents or planning holiday orders. So I hope that some of these scents that I mentioned will help you in that. In combination, though, I've also been melting still some of my warm weather scents or clean type scents, mainly because I, unlike some others, and it's all a matter of preference, I don't like to let my scent shots or candles sit around for a really lengthy amount of time if I don't have to. For me, there are some scents that just change in a way that's not as good to me if I let them sit for too long. And speaking of that, if you're not on the CBVAU page, or even if you are, Victoria actually posted a section yesterday that explains cure time and the fact that most candles and scent shots and that type of thing don't need any longer than 2 weeks, but it is dependent on your nose and sometimes dependent on the scent itself, at least in my opinion. So I'm just going to get started with the review. I melted Bonfire Bliss this week, which I give 4 3/4 stars. This is one of my favorite fall type scents. When I smell this cold, I immediately smell wood and I smell marshmallow. Now, in the scent description, I believe it says something about pine in there, but this is not pine in probably what you think of as the typical sense of the word, especially in relationship to the way you probably believe a pine-scented candle or tart smells. This does not smell like spruce. When I say pine, this actually smells more like a pine board, or actually what it smells like is wood shavings, like pencil shavings. That's what it smells like. And then you get that marshmallow in there, and when this goes in the warmer, it is so strong and so long lasting. And I know marshmallow and pine, be it a wood board, pencil shavings, whatever, probably don't sound like they would smell good together, but this is absolutely fantastic. I know it's a big favorite among Victoria's customers. And actually, when this is in the warmer, this was a scent as well that lasted almost 2 days. It then kind of, because of the marshmallow in there, it got a little bit of a perfumey note, and then it switched to almost a powdery note. At least to my nose it did, but this is wonderful. If you haven't tried this one yet, this is one I would highly recommend for this time of year. I melted Pickin Lime. Here's one of those summery type scents I mentioned. This is a 5-star scent for me. I've loved it since the first time I tried it. It's a combination of pink sugar and lime. It's very, very sweet from the pink sugar, but then you get that really wonderful tart lime in there. This to me smells very much like lime sweet tarts. So love that one. I melted Pumpkin Cheesecake, 4 1/4 stars on this one. Now, this is really nice for fall. There are other pumpkin scents that I prefer over this one. You do get some sweet bakery cinnamon in here, and then that wonderful earthy pumpkin, and then the cheesecake in here really makes it creamy. This, however, if you're looking for, you know, that bakery note that Victoria is so famous for, I don't get that out of here. I don't get a bakery note at all. Actually, what this smells like to me is the filling portion of a cheesecake. So that one was really nice. I melted Holiday Wassail, 4 3/4 star scent for me. And I'm getting down to the very bottom of my candle, which I scoop them all anyway, but especially when they get down this low. This is wonderful. This is a non-typical Christmas scent. For those of you who don't know what wassail is a mulled cider, or wassailing is caroling. And I know it's an English term. Wassail is an English term that actually means I think it's a toast that means to your health or to your good health, something like that. Sorry, I'm having a Cliff Clavin moment there. Onto the scent. This, in the scent description, it reads that this is a fruit punch. Now, this is not fruit punch as far as being one of those sweet, juicy, like High C or Kool-Aid or anything like that. It's not that kind of fruit punch. There are a lot of spices in here, which there are in Wassail. There's cinnamon and nutmeg and clove. I'm not sure what else might be in there. But they're very, very mellow. And then you do get a sweet fruitiness, but it's really toned down from those spices. It also smells like cider, which is basically, again, what Wassail is. It's like mulled wine or a spiced cider. So this is absolutely fantastic. I really like this one. I find this one very comforting and warm during the colder season. So, and it's not a super strong throw, but it did fill up probably 1,400 square feet in my house by scooping out maybe that much into each of my warmers. So that one is definitely worth a try. I also melted pumpkin Pickin, which is very, very similar to pumpkin pralines in my opinion, except that I get more, and I can't really say what I get more of out of here. It's spicy without being overly spicy. I guess what I get more of a creaminess out of this than I do out of pumpkin pralines. This one is a little more buttery smelling to me, like sweet butter, which is actually what I'm getting out of it now. Sorry, got a dog hair on there. Where in pumpkin pralines you get that nice earthy pumpkin and that little hint of spices in combination with caramel, which really sweetens it up a lot. This one is not that sweet, but it is excellent. I melted Feathers Everywhere, 4 1/4 stars on this one. Now this is a really complex scent to describe. Right now, immediately when I smell it, I smell skinny dipping. This is a combination of skinny dipping and Twilight. And Twilight is actually a combination of Bella Swan and I believe Edward Cullen. So in essence, you're actually getting like 4, I guess it would be 3. You're actually getting like 3 scent shots in one in this cup. I don't know what Twilight smells like on its own. I've not smelled it on its own. I love Bella Swan. I love Skinny Dippin'. Both of those are extremely easy to pick up in here. I did write the scent description down just because there are so many notes that I can't pick them all out individually. This is a combination of honey, vanilla, lilac, berries, strawberry, blueberry, musk, and light greens. And it is very, very nice. I only gave it 4 1/4 stars, however, because it is slightly more green than Bella Swan or Skinny Dippin', which are 2 of my favorites. I just prefer those over this one, but this was really nice. And lastly, I melted, I don't know, did I say, yeah, 4 1/4 stars that I gave that one. I melted Lavender Lime. This one I give 4 stars. I'm not a huge fan of Victoria's lavender scents only because they are extremely earthy, which is what lavender is supposed to be. Lavender typically isn't that real sweet lavender that a lot of us are familiar with in a lot of, other products. Like, for instance, I have a Mr. Clean lavender scented, like Pine Sol, but it's the Mr. Clean. And that's a very, very sweet lavender. This is not. This is very, very earthy. But then the lime in there adds this tartness that made this a really, really nice scent and made this tolerable for me, where lavender normally is not. This in combination with that Mr. Clean lavender scent that I use when I'm cleaning, which is what I did yesterday, this was fantastic. My house smelled so good. So that's it for this week, guys. Sorry I'm a little late again, but like I said, I spent my whole day yesterday scrubbing the house from top to bottom in preparation for winter when everything is all closed up, and for us northerners, winter is right around the corner. So I'll talk to you on Monday. Bye.